Caiden Cowger. Somebody had to say it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the Caiden Cowger program, broadcasting from West Virginia. It is great to have you with us. So, you have Eminem that made an anti-Trump rap for BET, Black Entertainment Television, and really it's profanity-laced, it's insulting Trump left and right. He looks like he's having a seizure in his little music video type of thing. If you can call it a music video, I really don't know what it is. But anyway, he mocks people who have an accent, a country accent. So that took out even some members of his base there. He insults all of his Trump fans, all of his fans that are Trump supporters. Interesting that I want to play here for you. Now, there is the F-bomb that is dropped in this, but they have it bleeped out to where it's just silent, but so you know what he's doing. So go ahead. I'm going to play this little part. This is Eminem's anti-Trump rap, the little last part of that. Go ahead and listen to this. This is Eminem.
But we hate Trump!
We hate Trump is what he said. He said, we hate Trump. Isn't that interesting? So we have the liberal left that professes to be the side of love, the side of tolerance, the side of peace and coexistence. And then here we have Eminem that says, we explicit hate Trump. Okay? That's Eminem. Now here's the thing, guys. Surely other liberals that are out there would not approve of hating Donald Trump. No, because after all, they are the loving side, right? Well, here we have Ellen DeGenerate that said, I love Eminem. We have Keith Olbermann saying, after 27 years of doubts about rap, I am now an Eminem fan. Best political writing of the year, period. And then here we have J. Cole that said, whoa, rap god. Thank you, Eminem. Potent. And then you have LeBron James that came out and said, racism is the only thing he's fantastic for, because that's how he gets his something, and said he's orange. Jeesh. Eminem. And then he has the emoji on fire and puts his fist up along with him. That's LeBron James. So here you have all these prominent liberals, Colin Kaepernick. I appreciate you, Eminem. Yeah, no one appreciates you, Colin, except Eminem. But anyway, you know, I really have a hard time taking anyone seriously that views himself as being a rap god. Come back down to ground level with everyone else, Rocket Man. So, I mean, I really just don't have any respect for the guy. He is a complete moron that wrote a rap video, or made a rap video, where he looks like he's having a seizure. I didn't really care too much for Eminem before this, because after all, the man's so screwed up that he doesn't even let his daughter listen to his own music, so he knows that he's in need of repentance, and he knows that he's a mess. So it's sad. It is very, very sad, because these rap artists think that, you know, they have it all. They have all the women, they have all, they use drugs, they're on all this kind of garbage, and they have it all, and they're still not happy. They are still miserable human beings. Eminem is a miserable human being. And you know the reason why? It's because they don't have God. That is really legitimately it. They don't have God. They are horrible people, and they need to get their life turned around. And the only one that can do that is Jesus. And I tell you, you can't profess to be a Christian and hate people. I'm sorry, you can't do it. Jesus told us, instructed us very, very clearly in the book of Matthew to love even our enemies. Okay? Now, if he views Trump as the enemy, guess what? Sorry, Eminem, you're still supposed to love him because, you know, he said, I'm down with the Bible. Oh, sure you are. Sure you're down with the Bible. Then why don't you follow it? Because the problem that I take issue with is that we have liberals out there that profess to be such advocates of love, such advocates of tolerance, and then we have Eminem and all these prominent liberals backing him, saying that they hate Donald Trump. They despise Donald Trump. What if we would come out, what if Rush Limbaugh or what if yours truly would come out and say, I hate Hillary Clinton, I hate Obama, I hate Democrats, I hate liberals. If you are a liberal, blankety blank you. We would be so quickly up on Huffington Post, you wouldn't, I mean, it would just be completely bashing us left and right, mainly from the left. But hey, you have liberals that come out and say, we hate the president, we hate Donald Trump. Yeah, I agree with that. I love you. This is a sign of hate. Liberalism is a sign of hate. Liberalism is a sign of intolerance. They are liars, they are hypocrites, and they profess to be loving, which they are not. See, it's real. Their true colors. Their true colors are truly coming out. So I really thank you. Thank you so much, Eminem, for revealing liberal hypocrisy. Saved me from doing a lot of work. This is what we're dealing with here, guys. We're dealing with a bunch of hateful, intolerant people that don't love America, that don't love God, and that want to wipe everything that has to do with our history off the face of the earth. They want to get rid of it. They want to rid ourselves. That's why they refuse to stand for the flag. See, I was listening, and guys, I got to tell you, I know that a lot of people give him really enjoy hammering him, but Rush Limbaugh was absolutely right, and he needs to go back in his show notes, in his audio clips, and he needs to pull these audio bits out, because Rush said something that got him criticism quite a while ago, but he said that eventually it's going to get to a point where they are going to hate the American flag, where they are going to view the American flag as being a symbol of hatred, and they're going to lose respect for it. Well, you can clearly see us now on that path to where that prediction is coming true that Mr. Limbaugh had. Because now we are dishonoring the American flag. They're refusing to stand for the flag. I've even seen different posts on there by various liberals saying, oh, we had slavery in the United States of America, so excuse me that Americans will not, or that black people will not stand for your flag when in your history, you had slavery, what have you. Yeah, and you know what? That was also the flag that fought to free the slaves, and there were thousands upon thousands upon thousands of white men who died in order to liberate the slaves, in order to liberate black people. So, I don't really think that whites are all that evil like you enjoy portraying us. Okay? I don't really think that we owe anything to anybody because we have made things right. And if it wasn't for white people that liberated the slaves, they would have never been freed. So there were good white people that viewed slavery as being a demonic evil and that gave up their lives in order for that to happen. So I really think it's absolutely ridiculous that we still use phrases like white privilege, that we still try to degrade people because of their race. And I tell you, I am really just absolutely disgusted with how race is being talked about in the United States of America, because I favor a colorblind society. I don't see race. I've never been able to do that. I don't do that. And it all disgusts me. It disgusted me when my father and I had to stop in a black neighborhood when we were on the outskirts of Washington, D.C., and we were at a gas station, and Dad was standing in line getting gas, and this guy decides that he's better than my father and starts degrading my dad because he is a white guy, and starts and tries to skip line. Well, the guy that was behind the counter was also an African American, and luckily he stood his ground for my father. But this guy walks in there and starts calling him white trash, starts degrading him because Dad's white, and said a bunch of saying a bunch of stuff, calling him cracker and everything else. So the thing that really was just repulsive about that whole thing is that he said, "Oh yeah, you think you're better than me?" And he was making remarks like that. So there is racism on both sides. So because, to make a long story short with what happened there, because the store owner would not allow my dad, or would not allow this guy to advance in the line above my father, who was patiently waiting in line, this guy began to attack my dad because he was white and felt like he was privileged because he waited patiently. So I guess that this gentleman that had his pants sagging almost down to his kneecaps felt that he deserved to be in front of my father because my dad's a white man. And that's what he said. So there is racism on both sides, okay? And it's very absolutely disgusting. So rather than eradicating racism today, we are now talking about something that doesn't really exist as much as it used to. And I will tell you that what the Democrats and what the liberals are doing presently pertaining to race relations, they are creating more racists than existed. And all the progress that we have made, they are worsening. And they might think that they're helping, or they might not think that they're helping. I think that there are some people that are out there that know that they're not helping and know they're making matters worse, but they enjoy doing it. Because I've oftentimes on this show expressed my opinion about Al Sharpton, and his little organization that's supposed to combat racism along with Jesse Jackson. If it wasn't for racism, they wouldn't have a business. They wouldn't have an organization. They wouldn't have a job. So in order to keep the money flowing in to their organizations that combat racism, they have to make sure that racism is alive and well. And they have to find it in areas where it doesn't even exist. I mean, you explain to me how the Ferguson thing was supposedly, racist or what have you, when you had African Americans that were in all the leadership positions in the Justice Department. You had a black president, you had a black attorney general, law enforcement, black. So how was there racism? Where was the racism? Where was the anti-African American people? I didn't see that. They weren't there. They made them up. Hands up, don't shoot. That was a false narrative. That didn't even happen. I mean, we can go on and on about this. But they are doing more to worsen racism in this country, to worsen the culture, really more than I've ever seen now, than ever before. It's getting worse. They're saying that and in this little rap video that Eminem made, he made the remark that Donald Trump was supporting the KKK. He voiced his opinion against Jim Justice over 10 years ago, back around 2000. Or not Jim Justice, but David Duke. Excuse me, I get the two mixed up sometimes. But no, David Duke. He voiced his opinion about David Duke years ago, about how he disavowed from him. So, what's the issue? Of course he doesn't support the KKK, the Ku Klux Klan. But Robert C. Byrd did. He was a member of it. And you know what? Hillary Clinton called Robert C. Byrd her mentor, her biggest mentor. So Hillary Clinton was mentored by a Klansman, but yet Donald Trump is the racist. Guys, I got to tell you, it is just so absolutely disgusting to see the hypocrisy and to hear these people spew filth like Eminem when they don't even have the common sense that God gave a billy goat. Okay? Eminem, he acts like he's big and bad, but he's really a wimp. He can talk a lot of garbage, but that's about it. He can talk trash, and that's all the man has going for him. And he lives a depressing life where even his daughter can't even listen to his music. The guy needs help, okay? And the guy's filled with hatred. You can clearly see that from his music videos. And, I'll tell you, you want to talk about, he mentioned gun violence, and he mentioned, and that's the thing that's really ironic, too, about Eminem. The guy mentioned gun violence in this little rap video that he made against Donald Trump, where he's having a seizure and everything.
Fighting liberalism.
But I tell you, and this is the thing that's important, if you want to stop the violence, you don't need gun control. Eminem, you need to stop promoting violence in your music.
Fighting liberalism, one lie at a time.
You're listening to Caiden Cowger on the WCNR News Network.
Caiden Cowger. Somebody had to say it.
Hey guys, so let me tell you about a great company, nerdprowriting.com. Nerd Pro Writing is absolutely wonderful. They assist students in middle school, in high school, in college with writing essays, and they're a company that can be of great help if you know somebody or if you are the one struggling in getting your work turned in. They have absolutely great professional services at a very affordable cost, so go there right now. That is nerdprowriting.com. That is NERDPRO writing.com.
Is your car taking too long to sell? Swap it. Download the Car Swap app now. It's totally free to download and use. Just swipe left or right on cars you like, get matches, discuss details, then swap. There's thousands of users looking for a car just like yours, so you'll get offers fast, usually within hours. Plus, trading gets you better value than selling. Yep, even from dealers. Get the Car Swap app today free and get the car you love fast. Fresh sponsor.
You always want to look your best, but you don't always have time to deal with a necktie that won't cooperate. That's where we come in. Introducing the Never Tie, the only necktie that you never have to tie. Each Never Tie comes with a tie and 2 removable knots that you simply slide on and adjust for your comfort, giving you the perfect look every time. Choose from over 20 stylish designs at thenevertie.com. Enter promo code RADIO1 for discount.
Hi, I'm George Foreman. Do you have an idea for a new product or invention? People ask me all the time, George, how do I get my idea in front of companies? How do I get a patent? What do I do next? Do you have the same questions? I'll tell you like I'll tell them all. Call my friends at InventHelp.
Call InventHelp today for free information. InventHelp can submit your invention to companies who are interested in receiving new ideas.
For your free inventor's information, call 1-800-441-7922. That's 1-800-441-7922.
Goldman Sachs and HSBC recently purchased 7.1 tons of physical gold. What do these bankers and mega money managers know that you don't? They're expecting the value of gold and silver to increase. That's why you need our friends at Capital Gold Group. Capital Gold Group offers gold and silver for direct delivery and will not be undersold. Call now. Call 1-800-932-4108. That is 1-800-932-4108. Hey guys, let me tell you about our sponsor, nerdprowriting.com. Nerdprowriting.com assists students in middle school, high school, in college with writing essays, and they do so as a service. They're a relatively new company, just started this year. For more information, you can go to nerdprowriting.com. That is nerdprowriting.com. Once again, that is nerd, N-E-R-D, pro, P-R-O, writing.com.
Have a brand, organization, or business? Consider becoming a sponsor of the Caiden Cowger program. Reaching over 6 states, the Caiden Cowger program offers wide coverage. I'm sure you've heard that radio is dead, but research shows that 93% of Americans listen to the radio, including 92% of millennials. That's greater than television, internet, and smartphone usage. Radio isn't dead. After all, aren't you hearing this? 84% of drivers cite radio as their primary in-car entertainment device. This means your sponsorship spot is reaching consumers closest to their point of purchase. In addition, talk is the second most listened to radio format. Sponsoring the Caiden Cowger program is actually quite simple. We tell our listeners who you are, what your business does, and how to get in touch with you. It helps you and keeps our program on the air. For more information, go to www.caidencowgerprogram.com/sponsor. That's www.caidencowgerprogram.com/sponsor.
This is President Donald J. Trump, and I would like to tell you, all of my loyal supporters, and you're all very loyal, to listen to the Caiden Cowger program on your local station. Caiden Cowger is a great guy, does an amazing job, loves Trump, and is making radio great again. His show is huge. Also, his Twitter account, @Caiden Cowger, is very big league. So big league, it's almost as good as Trump's. So go ahead and give him a follow. Let's make his Twitter followers number greater than Rosie O'Donnell's poor bathroom scale. Now that would be an accomplishment. You can also give him a follow on Instagram via @Caiden Cowger. Thank you, and let's make radio and America great again.
You're listening to the WCNR News Network.
Caiden Cowger.
Oh, yeah, guys, I was going to tell you, by the way, Al Green has decided to call once again for Donald Trump's impeachment. So apparently we've grieved enough since the Las Vegas shooting, and now it's time to impeach Donald Trump again. Here is the wonderful, wonderful voice of Al Green, talking, a representative from the state of Texas, a Democrat, talking about his wonderful plan to impeach Donald Trump in the House of Representatives. Go ahead and play it. This is going to be absolutely great. Listen.
Mr. Speaker, I rise today on behalf of the many who have concluded that enough is enough.
Mm-hmm.
I rise today to speak on behalf of the many persons who believe that Article 2, Section 4 of the Constitution of the United States of America has meaning, and that it is something that is appropriate for a time such as this. Appropriate for a time when there is one among us who seems to incite hatred, bigotry, and invidious discrimination.
Right.
I rise to speak on their behalf today, Mr. Speaker.
Now, I'm going to pause it right there. See what I was talking about? This is a man that promotes hatred and bigotry and hatred and hatred and hatred. Well, wasn't it just Eminem who said, "We hate Trump"? And then all the liberals were like, "Yeah, let's go for that. Yeah, Eminem." That's what I'm talking about. These people are so absolute buffoons. They are hypocrites in their strongest form. Go ahead.
And I do so understanding that I'm not doing it on behalf of Republicans, generally speaking, or Democrats, generally speaking.
Yeah, right.
The people that I reference are Americans.
Yeah,
Mr.
sure.
Speaker, pursuant to Clause 2A1 of Rule 9, I seek recognition to give notice of my intent to raise a question of privilege of the House. The form of the resolution is as follows. Articles of impeachment against Donald J. Trump, President of the United States of America.
Mm-hmm. Glad he could pronounce
and the
it.
Congress of the United States of America. Resolution. Resolved that Donald J. Trump, President of the United States of America, has undermined the integrity of his office with impunity and has brought disrepute on the presidency with immunity. Has betrayed his trust as president to the manifest injury of the American people and is unfit to be president and is impeached pursuant to Article 2, Section 4 of the Constitution of the United States of America. And that the following articles of impeachment be exhibited to the United States Senate. Articles of impeachment exhibited by the House of Representatives of the United States of America in the name of itself and of all of the people of the United States of America against Donald John Trump, President of the United States of America, in maintenance and support of its impeachment against him for high crimes and misdemeanors of a nature which may with peculiar propriety be denominated as political, not requiring the commission of a crime and exclusively the jurisdiction of the United States House of Representatives for impeachment purposes. Article 1.
I'm interested in this.
Donald John Trump, President of the United States of America, unmindful of his high duties of his office and the dignity and proprieties thereof, and the harmony, respect, and courtesies which ought to exhibit and be maintained in American society, has, under the inane pretext of dispensing with political correctness, produced a demonstrable record of inciting white supremacy, sexism, bigotry, hatred, xenophobia, race baiting, and racism by demeaning, defaming, disrespecting, and disparaging women and certain minorities. In so doing, Donald John Trump, President of the United States of America, has fueled and is fueling an alt-right hate machine and his worldwide covert sympathizers, engendering racial antipathy, LGBTQ enmity, religious anxiety, stealthy sexism, and dreadful xenophobia.
Horrible, dreadful.
Perfidiously causing immediate injury to American society. To wit, on September 23rd, 2017, Donald John Trump incited race baiting and racism, engendering stealthy sexism and racial antipathy when he disrespected, disparaged, and demeaned mothers of professional football players by calling them dogs.
What?
As he made the widely published statement, quote, "Won't you love to see one of these NFL owners, when somebody disrespects our flag, say, get that son of B-I-T-C-H off the field right now. Out. He's fired. He's fired."
That is the dumbest thing that I've ever heard. Okay. So, guys, so because Trump took an issue with NFL players not standing for our flag, Al Green is calling for him to be impeached. And because he used a remark that was not a word that I would use, but called them an SOB, to abbreviate, he should be impeached. This is Al Green, and I'm sorry, I don't think that that is an impeachable offense, especially considering the mouth of Lyndon B. Johnson, okay? This is legitimately what we're dealing with. We are dealing with a bunch of circus performers in Congress, in the Senate, that are absolutely insane. They are crazy. And Donald Trump has completely driven them to a new level of insanity like I have never seen before. They have completely lost their marbles. And, you know, I can remember back to when President Obama was in office, and anybody that voiced any ounce of opposition against him, would you be doing that if you were a white man? No. That's what we heard from MSLSD, from CNN, Communist News Network, from NBC. I tell you, it's so absolutely sickening. And then here we have the most opposition that we have ever seen against a president, taking place in the media, taking place in the Senate, taking place in the House of Representatives. And we have some nutjob congressman, Democrat from Texas, calling for the impeachment of Donald Trump because he took issue with NFL players refusing to stand for the national anthem honoring our country. Isn't he like the president, the representative of the country or something? Yeah.
Some say he's the next Rush Limbaugh.
I tell you, this kid's got 90% of Rush's venom with only 10% of the biomass.
You're listening to Caiden Cowger on the WCNR News Network.
Caiden Cowger. Somebody had to say it.
Hey guys, so let me tell you about a great company, nerdprowriting.com. NerdPro Writing is absolutely wonderful. They assist students in middle school, in high school, in college with writing essays, and they're a company that can be of great help if you know somebody or if you are the one struggling in getting your work turned in. They have absolutely great professional services at a very affordable cost, so go there right now. That is nerdprowriting.com. That is NERDPRO writing.com.
Is your car taking too long to sell? Swap it. Download the Car Swap app now. It's totally free to download and use. Just swipe left or right on cars you like, get matches, discuss details, then swap. There's thousands of users looking for a car just like yours, so you'll get offers fast, usually within hours. Plus, trading gets you better value than selling. Yep, even from dealers. Get the Car Swap app today free and get the car you love fast. Fresh sponsor.
You always want to look your best, but you don't always have time to deal with a necktie that won't cooperate. That's where we come in. Introducing the Never Tie, the only necktie that you never have to tie. Each Never Tie comes with a tie and 2 removable knots that you simply slide on and adjust for your comfort, giving you the perfect look every time. Choose from over 20 stylish designs at thenevertie.com. Enter promo code RADIO1 for discount.
Hi, I'm George Foreman. Do you have an idea for a new product or invention? People ask me all the time, George, how do I get my idea in front of companies? How do I get a patent? What do I do next? Do you have the same questions? I'll tell you like I'll tell them all. Call my friends at InventHelp.
Call InventHelp today for free information. InventHelp can submit your invention to companies who are interested in receiving new ideas.
For your free inventor's information, call 1-800-441-7922. That's 1-800-441-7922.
Goldman Sachs and HSBC recently purchased 7.1 tons of physical gold. What do these bankers and mega money managers know that you don't? They're expecting the value of gold and silver to increase. That's why you need our friends at Capital Gold Group. Capital Gold Group offers gold and silver for direct delivery and will not be undersold. Call now. Call 1-800-932-4108. That is 1-800-932-4108. Hey guys, let me tell you about our sponsor, nerdprowriting.com. Nerdprowriting.com assists students in middle school, high school, in college with writing essays, and they do so as a service. They're a relatively new company, just started this year. For more information, you can go to nerdprowriting.com. That is nerdprowriting.com. Once again, that is nerd, N-E-R-D, pro, P-R-O, writing.com.
Have a brand, organization, or business? Consider becoming a sponsor of the Caiden Cowger program. Reaching over 6 states, the Caiden Cowger program offers wide coverage. I'm sure you've heard that radio is dead, but research shows that 93% of Americans listen to the radio, including 92% of millennials. That's greater than television, internet, and smartphone usage. Radio isn't dead. After all, aren't you hearing this? 84% of drivers cite radio as their primary in-car entertainment device. This means your sponsorship spot is reaching consumers closest to their point of purchase. In addition, talk is the second most listened to radio format. Sponsoring the Caiden Cowger program is actually quite simple. We tell our listeners who you are, what your business does, and how to get in touch with you. It helps you and keeps our program on the air. For more information, go to www.caidencowgerprogram.com/sponsor. That's www.caidencowgerprogram.com/sponsor.
This is President Donald J. Trump, and I would like to tell you, all of my loyal supporters, and you're all very loyal, to listen to the Caiden Cowger program on your local station. Caiden Cowger is a great guy, does an amazing job, loves Trump, and is making radio great again. His show is huge. Also, his Twitter account, @Caiden Cowger, is very bigly. So bigly, it's almost as good as Trump's. So go ahead and give him a follow. Let's make his Twitter followers number greater than Rosie O'Donnell's poor bathroom scale. Now that would be an accomplishment. You can also give him a follow on Instagram via @Caiden Cowger. Thank you, and let's make radio and America great again.
You're listening to the WCNR News Network, where America comes to talk.
Caiden Cowger. Somebody had to say it.
In the next video that I'm going to play for you, it's an audio bit that I have, will make your blood boil. It will completely aggravate you. But just remember that by playing this, even though it makes your blood boil, even though it aggravates you, it exposes just how insane liberalism is. So there's this new thing that's going around, and this is what liberals plan on introducing, which I'm sure that very soon it will be introduced into the educational system, because that's where the liberals go anytime that they want to get something implemented. And it'll be probably, I'd say, introduced in the language arts department, in the English department eventually. And that's just a prediction of mine made on October the 12th of 2017. So mark your calendar. Caiden said this. I think it'll be introduced in the English department eventually in some states, and eventually it could very well be carried over nationally. But there's such a thing now as LGBTQ pronouns. So you cannot necessarily identify as he or her or his or she or whatever. Those are gender-specific pronouns, which are offensive to members of the liberal left. So you've got to ask somebody what pronoun they are in order to be politically correct. So maybe I identify as one of the ones that they established called Zer or Z or QRSTUV. I don't know what they're going for here, but they've created this whole list of different type of pronouns, and you identify people by they, and even though it's not singular, you identify as they said this or they said. So it's really just crazy, okay? But they've created an educational indoctrination video on LGBTQ pronouns and how to use them properly, and how to go about talking about somebody who uses one of these alternative type of pronouns, okay? So anyway, here's the video. Going to go ahead and play this for you. It's going to completely make you want to vomit, all right? Spew this stuff out of your mouth. It's sick. Go ahead and listen to this.
Hey. Hey. I am so excited for your party this weekend. You know my friend Allie, right? Do you mind if I invite them?
Yeah, of course not. Invite her. She's cool.
Allie uses they pronouns, not she.
Okay. Just like some people use he or she pronouns, some people use they pronouns. Why? Because they may not identify within the traditional gender categories of boy or girl. So when you use the wrong pronoun, you're misgendering someone. You messed up. There's a number of ways you might react when you do so. Let's see some of them.
Creep. So let me explain to you what happened, just in case some of you are, not stupid, and you actually have some intelligence to you, but you're unable to figure out what's happening here. Because I understand if you don't follow. What happened is that she referred to this individual as she, that she was talking about in the conversation. So she automatically assumed that she identified as a girl, used the she pronoun. So because she used the she pronoun, she should be lynched, basically.
Allie uses they pronouns.
They, not she.
What? Allie is transgender and doesn't identify as a boy or a girl, so they use gender-neutral pronouns.
Wait, what do you mean they pronouns? Isn't they plural? What does that even mean? That's not grammatically correct.
That's right.
They can be plural, and they can be singular. Policing someone's identity with grammar comes across as snobby and disrespectful. Also, language changes all the time. Just like when someone says they're gay, they probably don't mean that they're happy.
So, whoa, wait a minute. So now grammar doesn't matter? So back when I was 13 years old, and I had the grammar of a 13-year-old, and I was attacked on national television by Bill Maher, who said, I believe he could be president someday, and judging from his grammar, he could be President Bush, which I thought was funny, by the way. I have a sense of humor. Not many people understand that, but I do. But the thing is, now grammar doesn't matter? So why did it matter then when they were attacking me, but it doesn't matter now? So how dare you attack, somebody using grammar? That's snobby, very snobbish of you. My goodness.
They has been used as a singular pronoun since
crazy.
The 14th century. It's not a new thing. Hath thou understood?
Hath thou understood?
Allie uses they pronouns, not she.
Oh yeah, I forgot she goes by them.
No, Allie goes by them. They go by them.
Whoa, would you just chill? I made one mistake. Why are you freaking out?
Exactly.
Whoa there! Defensiveness much?
Oh!
This person has a right to be upset.
Oh!
They're trying to help you be more respectful.
Oh,
they may not
right.
be doing it in a way that you like. Yeah, learning can be uncomfortable and difficult, and that's okay. It's gonna take some effort to learn about trans identities. Don't be a defensive jerk about it.
Oh,
be a good
right.
sport.
She's the one being an offensive jerk. So let's understand this. You call a girl she because it's a girl. And you're the one, and because this other person gets offended, if you get offended because they're getting offended, you're the one being a jerk, not them. Absolutely insane. Go ahead, keep playing it.
Allie uses
This
they
is liberalism.
pronouns, not she.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to use the wrong pronoun. What is wrong with me today? It's just not my day. I swear I'm a good ally. I promise.
Oh, it gets better. Watch this. Now she's bawling her eyes out crying.
Look, apologizing for something you did wrong is great, but apologizing excessively can just make it worse.
Oh.
You just hurt someone, so it's not all about you.
Oh, so now she hurt somebody because she said she when it's clearly a freaking female. She hurt somebody. So it's not all about you. So if you feel bad for it, yeah, it's not all about you. See, these people are so emotionally crazy out of their mind that they don't even know what the heck they are. It's not hard to tell what gender you are, okay? Not hard. These people, keep playing it. Keep going.
Also, you don't get to decide if you're a good ally or not.
Oh.
Trans people do.
See, if I were somebody that would be sympathetic to this kind of stuff, which I'm not, and I never have been, and I never will be, clearly because of garbage like this, I gotta say, that remark right there would completely drive me away from even supporting them. It's not you who decides if you're a good ally. It's the trannies. It's the LGBTQ community. Not you. You don't have the right to say that. So if I'm like somebody that's genuinely trying to, fight for them and genuinely trying to implement their, perverted little messed up agenda like this video, that would completely turn me off. Why? Because they're basically bashing the people that are supposed to be on their side that are heterosexual, that are cisgender, as they call it, which is, for those of you that don't know what that term means, it was informed to me or given or told to me that apparently that means somebody who is naturally born a male. So I was naturally born a male and I identify as a male, so I am a cis. I'm not a cis. I'm not a sissy. I am a very heterosexual male because that's the way that God made me. Okay, keep playing it. This is...
It's a good thing I have this umbrella for all the tears.
Oh, yeah, mocking someone on your side now. Great.
Allie uses they pronouns,
They.
not she.
Not she.
Wait, what?
What?
Is Allie trans? Oh my god, that is so cool. I couldn't tell. I heard using they pronouns is the latest trend. Oh, they are so progressive, breaking all those fashion rules. I love Caitlyn Jenner. She's the best out of all the Kardashians. Oh, and RuPaul.
Ew.
Acceptance is great. Stereotypes are not. People who use they pronouns aren't here to make you feel more cool. They aren't fashion accessories. They're people.
Okay.
Allie uses they pronouns, not she.
Look, I just don't think that women should refer to themselves as gender neutral or they or whatever.
That's right.
Patriarchal, misogynistic society, women are so oppressed and we're raised to hate femininity. I just think that women who call themselves they are rejecting their womanhood.
That's feminism.
Okay. Firstly, Allie is not a woman. Secondly, they know themselves better than you do.
So I hope you enjoyed this video on the insanity of liberalism and their little LGBTQ pronouns. I hope it made your blood boil as much as it made mine.
Caiden Cowger. Keeping America straight.
You're listening to Caiden Cowger on the WCNR News Network.
Caiden Cowger. Somebody had to say it.
Hey guys, so let me tell you about a great company, nerdprowriting.com. NerdPro Writing is absolutely wonderful. They assist students in middle school, in high school, in college with writing essays, and they're a company that can be of great help if you know somebody or if you are the one struggling in getting your work turned in. They have absolutely great professional services at a very affordable cost, so go there right now. That is nerdprowriting.com. That is NERDPRO writing.com.
Is your car taking too long to sell? Swap it. Download the Car Swap app now. It's totally free to download and use. Just swipe left or right on cars you like, get matches, discuss details, then swap. There's thousands of users looking for a car just like yours, so you'll get offers fast, usually within hours. Plus, trading gets you better value than selling. Yep, even from dealers. Get the Car Swap app today free and get the car you love fast. Fresh sponsor.
You always want to look your best, but you don't always have time to deal with a necktie that won't cooperate. That's where we come in. Introducing the Never Tie, the only necktie that you never have to tie. Each Never Tie comes with a tie and 2 removable knots that you simply slide on and adjust for your comfort, giving you the perfect look every time. Choose from over 20 stylish designs at thenevertie.com. Enter promo code RADIO1 for discount.
Hi, I'm George Foreman. Do you have an idea for a new product or invention? People ask me all the time, George, how do I get my idea in front of companies? How do I get a patent? What do I do next? Do you have the same questions? I'll tell you like I'll tell them all. Call my friends at InventHelp.
Call InventHelp today for free information. InventHelp can submit your invention to companies who are interested in receiving new ideas.
For your free inventor's information, call 1-800-441-7922. That's 1-800-441-7922.
Goldman Sachs and HSBC recently purchased 7.1 tons of physical gold. What do these bankers and mega money managers know that you don't? They're expecting the value of gold and silver to increase. That's why you need our friends at Capital Gold Group. Capital Gold Group offers gold and silver for direct delivery and will not be undersold. Call now. Call 1-800-932-4108. That is 1-800-932-4108.
Have a brand, organization, or business? Consider becoming a sponsor of the Caiden Cowger program. Reaching over 6 states, the Caiden Cowger program offers wide coverage. I'm sure you've heard that radio is dead, but research shows that 93% of Americans listen to the radio, including 92% of millennials. That's greater than television, internet, and smartphone usage. Radio isn't dead. After all, aren't you hearing this? 84% of drivers cite radio as their primary in-car entertainment device. This means your sponsorship spot is reaching consumers closest to their point of purchase. In addition, talk is the second most listened to radio format. Sponsoring the Caiden Cowger program is actually quite simple. We tell our listeners who you are, what your business does, and how to get in touch with you. It helps you and keeps our program on the air. For more information, go to www.caidencowgerprogram.com/sponsor.
Like what you hear? We need your support. Consider becoming a patron of the Caiden Cowger program. As a member, you'll gain access to exclusive content only available to patrons of the show. Your subscription will help fund equipment, projects, promotion, and overall production of the broadcast. To join, go to www.patreon.com/Caiden Cowger. That's www.patreon.com/Caiden Cowger. Again, www.patreon.com/Caiden Cowger. And thanks.
This is President Donald J. Trump, and I would like to tell you, all of my loyal supporters, and you're all very loyal, to listen to the Caiden Cowger program on your local station. Caiden Cowger is a great guy, does an amazing job, loves Trump, and is making radio great again. His show is huge. Also, his Twitter account, @Caiden Cowger, is very bigly. So bigly, it's almost as good as Trump's. So go ahead and give him a follow. Let's make his Twitter followers number greater than Rosie O'Donnell's poor bathroom scale. Now that would be an accomplishment. You can also give him a follow on Instagram via @Caiden Cowger. Thank you, and let's make radio and America great again.
You're listening to the WCNR News Network, where America comes to talk.
Caiden Cowger.
Somebody had to say it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Caiden Cowger program. Great to have you with us. So, I'm sure that there are people out there saying, why are you getting so upset about gender pronouns? Why are you getting triggered? How you run your little safe space? Believe me, the last place that I would ever be is in some sort of safe space, because in order to go there, I would have to have one. I don't. I confront liberalism head on. And, head on, apply directly to the forehead. I remember, I can't say that word now without thinking of that commercial. But anyway, no, I'm kidding. But, it's so absolutely absurd. The thing that makes my blood boil about this is because this is what's going to be taught in the school systems. I know it. I know it's coming. It's going to be taught in the liberal school systems. They're going to change around the whole pronoun type of thing, and they're going to include Z and Zer, and then everyone's going to have to homeschool their children unless they want them to be corrupted with this nonsense. So it's coming, guys. I'm telling you. They will introduce this into the school system. These are invented words. These are absolute crazy, insane type of terms. Z, Zer, Zay. Hey. It's crazy. It is stupid. But they're going to introduce this probably in California, probably in Massachusetts, and then it'll start infesting the rest of the country. But no, they don't have an agenda to make your children homosexual. They don't have an agenda to pervert your children. They don't have an agenda to make your children question if they were born a male or female. Caiden was completely crazy at the age of 13. Right, yeah, sure. And now what are we seeing? We're seeing homosexual pride taught to kindergartners over in the state of California, where they call in gay men's course and they have a wonderful pride celebration there, talking about a sexual type of behavior to elementary school students who haven't even entirely learned their ABCs. But they know about homosexuality. Yeah. They are perverting this country. And it is so absolutely sad. It's horrible to see. And once again, guys, I don't take strong issue with people who keep to themselves, who want to practice that behavior on their own, terms. I don't agree with it. I believe that they need delivered from it as a devout Christian, but they have every right to practice that type of behavior. God gave us all free will. They have a free will. But at the same time, when they try to force that upon our society, and they try to get us to accept it, and they try to teach it to our children, and they try to get special statuses for it through called marriage in the government, when they try to gain all this acceptance for it, that's when I start taking issue, because they are trying to get it as a societal norm. When it's something that is destructive, when you have children that are now speaking out in Australia that have grown up in same-sex households, and they're speaking out against same-sex marriage, it is absolutely devastating to some of these children because they want a mother and they want a father. Well, then why aren't you against divorce? I am. I don't think that you should get a divorce unless there is some type of infidelity that's involved. I don't like divorce. I think divorce divides households too. But at the same time, while divorce is clearly not going to be outlawed, I don't think that we need another type of horrible practice that is destroying the structure of the family, that has a negative influence on children, because divorce does hurt children. It does. But just because we have one thing legal that divides households and that hurts families and destroys the family doesn't mean that we should introduce another thing. That's a stupid argument to make. But anyway, guys, I want to thank you for listening to us. For more information on the Caiden Cowger program, go to CaidenCowgerProgram.com. And for the latest news exposing the left, go to CowgerNation.com. Thank you, God bless, and God save this nation.